commute in from the Clarksville area. That's check of your traffic and your drive times. Paul, I'll send over to you with a check of our weather.
The big weather story is on the screen behind me. It's Hurricane Matthew now moving out of the Caribbean, back out into the Atlantic Ocean towards the Bahamas, which is an island chain off the coast of Florida, just north of Cuba, that doesn't really have a whole lot of land associated with it. So it's not going to disrupt Matthew's reorganization over the next 24 hours or so. Already seeing some intensification. Had that yellow kind of disappearing. Those are the colder cloud tops, indicate thunderstorms around the center of Matthew reaching higher up into the atmosphere. That yellow is reappearing. So it's already getting its act back together. And it didn't weaken a lot as it moved over Cuba and Haiti over the last 24 hours or so. Let's take a look at the water temperatures in advance of where Matthew is going. And they are just bathtub warm in the low to mid 80s. And that's the fuel for the re-intensification of Matthew as it tracks to the northwest, which is the direction it's going to be heading over the next couple of days. So it has 115 mile an hour sustained winds right now, but as it reorganizes itself, it's going to strengthen back up to 140 mile an hour sustained winds as it moves through the Bahamas and approaches the coast of Florida. 135 sustained miles an hour around the center of circulation as it moves right along the coast here by after midnight tomorrow night. So running parallel to the coast. That's the official forecast path from the National Hurricane Center. But the coast of Florida itself is still well within the cone of uncertainty here. So it's possible that Matthew is actually going to make landfall. Even if it stays offshore, they're going to have significant effects from wind damage. The hurricane force winds extend well out from that center of circulation, even with the strongest winds right around the middle of it. Not only wind damage, but also storm surge, heavy rain, coastal erosion, all those impacts from Miami, West Palm Beach, Melbourne, all the way up to Jacksonville. Where it goes from there is still really uncertain at this point. Fairly good forecast confidence over the next 72 hours, but you get past that and the forecast confidence goes to almost zero because there's a lot of different possibilities. We do think it's going to turn more to the northeast, partly because of what's going to be happening around here. We're going to see this little dive in the jet stream bring in cooler air towards us by the weekend, back to normal temperatures. That's going to help to guide Matthew away from the east coast, but it could head back out in the Atlantic Ocean. It could kind of loop back around and move back towards the Bahamas. A lot of different ways it could go. Looking outside this morning, well, the skies are brightening across the mid-state and we're not seeing any fog developing so far today. A little bit of cloud cover overnight, but nothing we need to worry about. No showers, no thunderstorms anywhere close to us. This stuff out to our west is going to fall apart before it ever makes its way into the mid-state. Just a little bit of cloud cover kind of blowing off the tops of those showers and storms out to our west. It's cool in eastern Middle Tennessee this morning with temperatures in the mid-50s. But the rest of us are in the low to mid 60s. Very warm for early October, and it's going to be a warm day overall. Temperatures are going to climb to just above 80 degrees by lunchtime. That's already above our normal high temperature of 75, and we're going to reach all the way up into the mid to upper 80s for highs today. It's not record setting. Records this week are in the low 90s, so at least those remain safe. But we're talking about an October heat wave. It's going to continue through Friday, then a little cooler, a little breezy over the weekend with just a slight shower chance late Friday into early Saturday. But other than that, the forecast is looking dry for a while around here.
All right, Paul.